What happens when the unstoppable force of the Judgment Day crumbles under the bright lights of Summerslam? Liv Morgan, sidelined by injury but never out of the spotlight, sent shockwaves through the WWE universe with just 2 words on social media. Welcome to Ring 2 Reality, where we dive deep into the drama, the heartbreak, and the untold stories of professional wrestling. Hey, wrestling fans! Welcome back to Ring 2 Reality, your go-to channel for all things WWE, where we bring the squared circle straight to your screen with exclusive insights, breaking news, and in-depth analysis. I'm your host, and today, we're unpacking a massive moment from SummerSlam 2025 that has the WWE universe buzzing. Liv Morgan, the former Women's World Champion and a cornerstone of the Judgment Day, broke her silence after her faction's devastating loss of the Women's Tag Team Championships. With just a 2-word tweet, Liv sent a message that's got everyone talking. Was it disappointment? Shade? Or something more? Let's dive into the chaos, explore the context, and speculate on what's next for Liv and the Judgment Day. Buckle up, because this is Ring 2 Reality, and we're turning the ring into reality. The SummerSlam Showdown, a title match for the ages. SummerSlam 2025 was billed as the biggest party of the summer, and the Women's Tag Team Championship match lived up to the hype. The Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defended their titles against the formidable duo of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. This wasn't just a match, it was a clash of titans, a battle of grit, athleticism, and storytelling that kept fans on the edge of their seats. To set the stage, let's rewind. The Judgment Day, one of WWE's most dominant factions, has been a force to be reckoned with since its inception. With Liv Morgan as a key member, the group has blended charisma, power, and cunning to dominate the women's division. However, Liv's recent injury on the June 16, 2025, episode of Raw changed the game. Facing Kairi Sane in a singles match, Liv suffered a kayfabe injury that forced her out of in-ring action. In her absence, Roxanne Perez stepped up to fill her shoes, teaming with Raquel Rodriguez to carry the Women's Tag Team Championships. At SummerSlam, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Charlotte Flair, the 14-time Women's Champion, and Alexa Bliss, a multi-time champion with a knack for psychological warfare, formed an unlikely but lethal alliance. The match was a masterclass in tag team wrestling, fast-paced, hard-hitting, and emotionally charged. Raquel's powerhouse offense collided with Charlotte's technical prowess, while Roxanne's high-flying agility countered Alexa's cunning maneuvers. For nearly 20 minutes, the two teams traded momentum, with near falls and dramatic reversals that had the crowd roaring, but in the end, it was Charlotte and Alexa who stood tall. A perfectly timed natural selection from Charlotte, followed by Alexa's twisted bliss, sealed the Judgment Day's fate. The referee's hand hit the mat for the 3 count, and the Women's Tag Team Championships changed hands. The WWE Universe erupted, but for fans of the Judgment Day, it was a bitter pill to swallow. Liv Morgan's cryptic response, "Aw shucks." Hours after the match, Liv Morgan took to X/Twitter to break her silence. Her message was short but loaded with meaning, "Aw shucks" teardrop emoji. Just 2 words and an emoji, yet they sparked a firestorm of speculation across social media. Was Liv genuinely disappointed in her teammates? Was she throwing shade at Raquel and Roxanne for failing to defend the titles? Or was this a subtle hint at her next move in the WWE storyline? Let's break it down. Liv Morgan is no stranger to using social media to amplify her character's narrative. Known for her emotional promos and relatable persona, Liv has a knack for connecting with fans both in and out of the ring. Her tweet, while brief, carries layers of subtext. The phrase, "Aw shucks," is a playful, almost sarcastic expression of disappointment, and the teardrop emoji adds a touch of melodrama. Together, they suggest that Liv is less than thrilled with the Judgment Day's performance, but there's more to it than meets the eye. For one, Liv's absence from the ring has put her in a unique position. As a sideline star, she's been forced to watch her faction carry on without her. Raquel Rodriguez, a powerhouse with a towering presence, and Roxanne Perez, a rising star from NXT, have done their best to uphold the Judgment Day's legacy. But losing the titles to Charlotte and Alexa, a team that, on paper, seemed like a makeshift pairing, might have stung Liv's pride. Her tweet could be interpreted as a subtle jab at her teammates' inability to hold on to the gold she helped them win. Alternatively, this could be the start of a new storyline. The Judgment Day has always thrived on internal tension, and Liv's tweet might be planting the seeds for dissension within the group. Could she be questioning Raquel and Roxanne's loyalty or competence? Is she setting the stage for a dramatic return, where she reclaims her spot as the heart and soul of the Judgment Day? Or, in a shocking twist, could Liv be eyeing a betrayal, breaking away from the faction to pursue her own path? Liv Morgan's journey and the Judgment Day's evolution. To understand Liv's reaction, we need to zoom out and look at her journey in WWE. Liv Morgan debuted on the main roster in 2017 as part of the Riot Squad, quickly earning a reputation as a scrappy underdog with boundless energy. Over the years, she evolved from a supporting player to a main event star, capturing the SmackDown Women's Championship in 2022 and later the Women's World Championship. Her alliance with the Judgment Day marked a turning point, as she embraced a darker, more cunning persona alongside Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and others. The Judgment Day's dominance in 2025 has been a focal point of WWE programming. With Liv as a key player, the faction held multiple championships and controlled the narrative on Raw. However, her injury in June 2025 disrupted the group's momentum. Roxanne Perez, a prodigy from NXT, was brought in as her replacement, and while Roxanne and Raquel have chemistry, they've struggled to replicate Liv's star power. The SummerSlam loss to Charlotte and Alexa exposed cracks in the Judgment Day's armor, and Liv's tweet suggests she's not happy about it. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, on the other hand, are a fascinating case study. Charlotte, known as the Queen, has been a cornerstone of the women's division for over a decade. Her return to tag team action alongside Alexa, a former rival, caught many by surprise. Alexa's ability to play mind games, combined with Charlotte's in-ring dominance, made them a formidable team. Their victory at SummerSlam wasn't just a title change, it was a statement that the Judgment Day's reign might be faltering. What's next for Liv Morgan? The big question on everyone's mind is, when will Liv Morgan return? Her injury, while part of the storyline, has kept her out of action for nearly 2 months as of SummerSlam 2025. WWE has a history of using injuries to build anticipation for a comeback, and Liv's absence has only heightened her mystique. Fans are eager to see how she'll factor into the Judgment Day's next chapter, especially after this high-profile loss. One possibility is that Liv returns as a hero, rallying her teammates to reclaim the titles. This would position her as the leader of the Judgment Day, solidifying her status as a top star. Alternatively, her tweet could signal frustration with the faction, setting up a heel turn or a split from the group. Liv has played both babyface and heel roles effectively, and her versatility makes either scenario plausible. Another angle to consider is a potential feud with Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss. Both women have history with Liv, and a singles program with either could elevate her back to the main event. Imagine Liv returning to Raw with a vengeance, challenging Charlotte for the Women's World Championship or confronting Alexa in a psychological showdown. The possibilities are endless, and WWE's creative team has a golden opportunity to capitalize on Liv's star power. The bigger picture, the state of the women's tag team division. The women's tag team championships have had a tumultuous history since their introduction in 2019. While they've provided a platform for stars like Sasha Banks, Bayley, and the Iconics, the titles have often been overshadowed by the singles championships. The Judgment Day's reign, with Liv, Raquel, and later Roxanne, brought renewed focus to the division, but their loss at SummerSlam raises questions about its future. Charlotte and Alexa's victory could usher in a new era for the titles. As established stars, they have the potential to elevate the division's prestige. However, their partnership feels temporary, given their history as solo competitors. Could this lead to a breakup and a feud between the Queen and Little Miss Bliss? Or will they solidify their reign with a series of dominant defenses? Meanwhile, the Judgment Day's loss adds fuel to the narrative that the faction is at a crossroads. Without Liv's in-ring presence, the group has struggled to maintain its aura of invincibility. Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, the male members of the faction, have their own storylines to contend with, leaving Raquel and Roxanne to carry the women's side. Liv's return could be the spark the Judgment Day needs to regroup, or it could be the catalyst for its downfall. Fan reactions and social media buzz. Liv's tweet didn't just catch the attention of wrestling analysts, it set X/Twitter ablaze with fan reactions. Some praised her for staying relevant despite her injury, while others speculated about tension within the Judgment Day. Here's a sampling of what fans are saying. At WWE Fanatic 23, Liv's tweet is giving major shade. Is she mad at Raquel and Roxy, or is this just her playing into the storyline? Thinking face #Summerslam at Wrestling Guru, aw shucks. More like aw snap. Liv Morgan's coming back to shake things up. The Judgment Day better watch out. Fire at Liv Morgan Stan, my girl Liv is heartbroken, but she's gonna come back stronger. Charlotte and Alexa better sleep with one eye open. Face with steam from nose #Live forever. The buzz on social media underscores Liv's ability to stay connected with her audience. Even a two-word tweet can generate headlines, proving that she's one of WWE's most compelling stars. At Ring 2 Reality, we love diving into these fan reactions, because they show just how passionate the WWE universe is about their favorite superstars. Historical parallels. When injuries shape storylines. Liv Morgan's current arc isn't the first time WWE has used an injury to fuel a storyline. Let's take a trip down memory lane to explore similar moments in wrestling history. Edge's 2011 retirement and return. After a career-threatening neck injury forced Edge to retire, his eventual return in 2020 was one of the biggest pops in Royal Rumble history. Liv's injury, while less severe, could set up a similar comeback moment. Becky Lynch's 2018 concussion. Becky's injury before Survivor Series 2018 turned her into the man, as her defiance and grit made her a megastar. Liv's tweet suggests she's channeling a similar energy, using her absence to build anticipation. Triple H's 2001 quad tear. The Game's injury forced him to miss nearly a year, but his return in 2002 was a defining moment. Liv's eventual return could have a similar impact on the women's division. These examples show that injuries, when handled well, can elevate a superstar's career. Liv Morgan has the charisma and in-ring ability to make her comeback a game-changer, and her SummerSlam tweet is just the beginning. Speculation. What's next for the Judgment Day? The Judgment Day's loss at SummerSlam opens the door to several possibilities. Here are a few scenarios we might see play out on Raw in the coming weeks. Liv's return as a unifier. Liv comes back to rally Raquel and Roxanne, leading them to a rematch against Charlotte and Alexa. This would solidify her role as the faction's emotional core. Internal conflict. Liv's tweet hints at frustration, which could lead to a confrontation with Raquel or Roxanne. A triple threat match for leadership of the Judgment Day would be a bold move. Faction split. If Liv feels the Judgment Day let her down, she could break away to pursue a solo run, potentially targeting the Women's World Championship. New alliances. Could Liv recruit new members to bolster the Judgment Day? Names like Iyo Sky or Dakota Kai could add fresh dynamics to the group. At Ring 2 Reality, we're all about exploring every angle, and the Judgment Day's future is ripe with possibilities. Liv Morgan's return will be a pivotal moment, and her tweet is a clue that WWE's creative team is cooking up something big. Why this matters to the WWE Universe. Liv Morgan's reaction to the Judgment Day's loss isn't just a tweet, it's a window into the heart of WWE storytelling. Professional wrestling thrives on moments like these, where a single social media post can spark debate, anticipation, and excitement. Liv's ability to stay relevant while sidelined proves why she's one of the brightest stars in the women's division. For fans, this moment is a reminder of why we love wrestling. It's not just about the matches, it's about the stories, the emotions, and the connections we feel with the superstars. Liv's "aw shucks" tweet encapsulates the highs and lows of being a WWE fan, the thrill of victory, the sting of defeat, and the endless speculation about what comes next. At Ring 2 Reality, our mission is to bring you closer to those stories. We don't just report the news, we analyze it, contextualize it, and give you the tools to join the conversation. Whether you're a die-hard Liv Morgan fan or a casual viewer, we're here to make sense of the chaos and celebrate the magic of WWE. That's all for today's deep dive into Liv Morgan's cryptic reaction to the Judgment Day's SummerSlam loss. From her two-word tweet to the endless possibilities for her return, we've covered every angle to bring you the full story. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Ring 2 Reality. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Liv's tweet was shade, or is she just playing the game? Follow us on X/Twitter for real-time updates, and check out our website for exclusive content. Until next time, this is Ring 2 Reality, where we turn the ring into reality. Keep watching, keep cheering, and we'll see you in the squared circle.